Do you guys ever experience a situation in which one little piece of equipment, a little tool that you don't have with you and you leave behind, just messes up the entire flow of something? In my case, it's I always have my phone. And there's been one time I didn't have it on me, but it was in my car, so whatever, it didn't matter. Well, today I just so happened to have completely left it at home, plugged, charging, when I went to the gym. And then I told myself, no problem. I have another device to do business related things that I'm scheduled to do at certain times of the day, particularly hourly. No problem. I can do that. I don't care for texting. I don't care for calling. Nobody bothers me. But then I had this uneasy feeling. This was before getting into the shower at the gym. I told myself, let me cut my cardio short. So I started running. I increased the intensity so that I could spend less time on the treadmill because I had this feeling about needing to breeze by it. It was a urge to breeze by it. Of course, I'm right, like always. It turns out that the fucking hot water just shut off. And it happened about 3 minutes before I was done taking a shower. So I spent 25 goddamn minutes waiting for the hot water to come back. I cannot cold plunge right now because of my condition. Also, my hands and my feet are just super vulnerable to the cold. I don't know if it's because I have skinny hands or maybe I have developing arthritis. Whatever the hell it is super painful for me to have cold things touching my hands and my feet. That is the only extreme weakness I have when it comes to a cold. So much so that you'll never catch me holding a cup with nothing. I always have a napkin wrapped around it, and that's why I primarily order my drinks with no ice, so that my teeth don't suffer, and so that my hands primarily don't fucking suffer. Well, this is one of those instances in which I get accused of being pessimistic, and I'm like, no, there's a difference between being pessimistic and being realistic. And my realism is based off experience. I'm just fucking wise like that. And I have guts, and my guts are well tuned to the environment. I know a lot of you aren't, I guess, and you don't believe in this superpower that humans have, but I believe in that shit because it manifests for me daily. And it has been happening to me for the past like 15 years. But that shit happens to me very often. This was one of those instances in which I said, I'm going to the gym that has a tendency of having a shitty heater, and I have had to call the desk twice from the shower. This is why I like to have my phone with me to let them know that, hey, your fucking heater is down. But this time around, with my other device, since it doesn't have cellular connection, I didn't have a way of dialing anybody. So fortunately, there's this older lady. This was after about 10 minutes. I happened to be able to flag her down, and I was like, hey, would you please let somebody know that the hot water is not coming out? And I have no doubt that she went over there and tried her best, but it still took another 10-ish minutes. After a while that the water had been gone, I checked my watch. It felt like about 10 minutes and then another 15 minutes on top of that. I got into the shower a little after 7, and I came out of the shower at fucking 8:10 p.m. And my shower regularly takes me between 25 to 30 minutes. So that's how I know that's how much fucking time went wasted. And between me getting dressed and putting lotion on, that's another maybe 7-ish minutes or so. But yeah, now I'm mad because it ruined my evening plans. Now I can't cook, which I'm trying to get back to cooking, but I have very narrow margin of error when it comes to my time. So now I have to fucking sacrifice that. I'm not gonna eat, and it just makes me mad. But of course, when I talk about this is the kind of stuff that's important to me. But nobody loves me, nobody cares about me, nobody takes my feelings seriously, and this is why I'm a bitter ass salty motherfucker. Because I cannot express the things that matter to me and are important to me openly in a way that it gets respected. But no, if it were another fucking clown who's not close to you, maybe you would respect them more. That is the part that I resent. So anyways, you guys, I thought I would bitch about it since it's something that I'm trying to keep track of those things. I don't have to prove this to anybody, but I like having evidence that I don't talk out my ass when I say I sense things and why I like things to be done a certain way. And me not having my phone on me, it was like, okay, because I have this weakness, this tool of mine that's important is missing. I'm having a feeling that I should knock out things a little quicker, especially with the fucking shower that tends to act up in the way that it does. And I was fucking right. And that's not pessimism. That's realism based off experience. Does anybody understand that? Anybody at all? So anyway, that's it.